pick up that phone on your right, pick that phone up. Call your captain, let them know those engines have just been shot out. Not sure how long it's going to take to get those engines back on. All I know right now, you're about to take on just a little water. And cut. And that's why we call it a physical effect. Let's go ahead and give him a big round of applause. Now I've just got one more thing for you to do. I need you to stay seated and act dry. Perfect. Now we'll add that shot to our next sequence, which takes place on the deck of our PT boat, and let's go ahead and meet the rest of the brave crew now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give a nice round of applause to our captain Esther and her loyal deckhand Andrew. Give them a nice round of applause. And on deck, we're standing by.
Thanks, Miranda. Roll playback. Remember, crew, your honor surveillance mission, okay? And action. Deckhand, getting that boat nice and shiny. Captain, scan those skies, make sure everything is all clear. Wait, Captain. Enemy fighter, 10 o'clock. Okay, you're shocked, you're stunned, you're in trouble. He's coming around for another approach, Captain. Get that PT out of there. Try and save him. Okay, it's too late. You just shut out your engines. Pick up that phone, call your mechanic. Deck crew, what is that? You might want to get a little closer, check it out. Good, it's an enemy torpedo. Captain, go ahead and put that phone down. Don't think it works anymore. Now you begin to relax, you think it's all over. But as soon as you do that, everyone go ahead and point to the sky for me, because I hear more enemy bombers coming in fast. Pops away, hit the deck. Survive the aerial attack, but it's not over. There are 2 more torpedoes coming in fast off your stern. Pass right beneath your boat, head straight for the odds. Turn to them and tell them to look out. Look out, audience. And cut. What do you think about that? Let's go ahead and give our big crew a big round of applause. Now let's see what the final signal looks like.
What do you think of that, Jay?
Generated images, a few lines of pre-recorded dialogue, and a rousing musical score. Go ahead and turn your attention and those cameras to the overhead monitors as we proudly present Harbor Attack. Let's go ahead and give them another big round of applause. On behalf of Miranda, our crew, and myself, we'd like to thank you, Dave, for being part of Harbor Attack here at our special event.
That's not double attendance there, just to remind us that here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, we're more than just a theme park, we're also a full working production center, as the name implies, complete with sound stages, outdoor sets, state-of-the-art editing, but nonetheless make a deal. Now on your right are 2 of the surviving P-40 replicas from Touchstone Pictures Pearl Harbor. These were taken from molds of a real P-40 Warhawk. They were produced in fiberglass over a steel-structured frame. Their wooden propellers were spun by hydraulic motors as they were shot apart and blown up during the film's dramatic attack sequence. Only 16 of these were built within the soundstage. The rest of the P-40 is lining the runways and sitting in front of hangars. They are only CGIs or computer-generated images. Now to make this turn, take a good look high in the sky once more to your right at our airport tower, because this is the closest that a guest can get to it here at the Walt Disney World Resort. I did mention this was the original icon. There's another icon, and that's the giant Mickey's hat inspired off of Fantasia that can be seen in front of the Great Movie Ride. Now on your left and to your right will be some proper equipment storage areas, tires mostly on your right, so the light motor action beats to the tires get changed at least once each day. And on your left will be our graphic studio, as well as our scenic shop. This is where scenic artists and craft people build and maintain On your left, for instance, the yellow steamroller from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Then we have the black Venetian gondola from Casanova, starring Sienna Miller and the late Heath Ledger. Then we have two model airplanes, the first of which is the Alto from Polite Plan with Jodie Foster and Sean Bean. The other is the Jailbird from Con Air with Nicolas Cage and John Malkovich. And then we have two motorcycles on the end from Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade with Harrison Ford and Sean Connery. Now we have Anthony turn the lights for us. If you look over on your left, you can see a Mediterranean fishing village set in the south of France. That's our Extreme Stunt Show Flight Sporters action. I have a show of hands. You went to go see it today. Just a couple. I'm afraid to say, folks, there are no more shows for today. We will be coming right back by here in just a little bit, and I'll tell you more about it. You guys over to your right, we're going inside this gray circular standing set right now, known as Catastrophe Canyon. It's showing off some special effects just for you folks. They're here until we close, which is in just a little bit. Right now, we are going to be crossing over a bridge that's inside, and it's made out of wood. It does get very bumpy. Once again, folks, for your safety, please remain seated and hold on to any personal belongings. I do want to point out that we're already closed for our tour. On the set, I didn't mention it's a standing set, meaning once built, it was never been intended to be demolished or destroyed. It can be used again and again. And the set, as you can see, is on your lot. It was inspired off of a natural canyon in the Mojave Desert in Southern California. It took our building team 6 months to build. That is a long time for one set. For one set alone, overall, it takes about 6 to 10 weeks. However, when you consider how long it would have taken Mother Nature, but a real canyon setting together, 6 months really is not bad at all, especially for a nature entertaining company such as ourselves. And just overhead on top of us are platforms where production crews mount their cameras in order for them to shoot down into the set. Also overhead, outside of the camera's range, is a series of high-powered rain spouts, each with crisscross shade nozzles pointing outward at about 15 feet. Production for the rain leaks, as you can see, is going to be just about half of our set. Cameras of any kind can only see in 2 dimensions, not noticing anything in different. We're going to see our paint at nighttime camera arrangements, things that look like the training all over the set, and giving the scene more of a natural look as it's falling. One take, guys, let's just show it. Yes, maybe cover tape for us, please. Guys, now this is maybe cover tape for us. Show us more about maybe what you know, down with us. We're going to have to be extra. I'll be right back with you. Reset for another take. Thank you guys. About 1 minute more than enough for all of us. But for now, folks, I can't wait to show you why we call this place Catastrophe Canyon. Go ahead and give yourself a big round of applause for just what I did. Anthony, we are free when you are. Anthony's now going to take us to the back of our canyon to show you how that was all done. Because those